Bill McIntosh teaches AI non-stop. Success is his game, marketing's his fame. McIntosh, the marketing ace, follow his lead to the winning place with AI and a clever spin. Join him now, learn to win. Learn his way, don't delay. If you do, you'll make your fortune today.
Hey, welcome to the show. Of course, I'm your host, Bill McIntosh, and it is here where I work to help you become a more successful entrepreneur. And of course, my background, I've been doing this now. I've been building successful internet businesses for over 20 years. And over that time, I've been able to make several multi-million-dollar businesses, and I've made over $100 million in revenue across all my businesses over that time. And so now I take my hard-won knowledge and a lot of the hard knocks that I've taken over the years to learn how to do this, and I'm bringing it to you. It is now my personal life's mission to help as many entrepreneurs in the world like you as I possibly can. And I find that through helping my fellow entrepreneur is the biggest impact I can have on the world. So if I want to make a difference in the world, I want to be able to help the economy, help us being moved forward, because it is the entrepreneur like you and I who do push our societies forward with new breakthroughs, new innovations, and what makes society advance and move forward. And so I've made it my mission to help as many entrepreneurs build their businesses or start their first business if they haven't yet begun. And that is what this entire show is all about. We come here every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. And of course, this is held here on YouTube at the moment. We're live on YouTube. And you'll notice down below a little subscribe button. You'll want to tap that if you're not already a subscriber, because we do this every week. And I want to make sure that if you're here with me today, you join me next week. And if you subscribe, you'll get notifications when we go live. Plus, we release content all the time. There's all kinds of new, free, no-cost training that we do on this channel to help as many entrepreneurs as possible. And if you would like to get that training 100% for free and be able to be part of our community and part of our show, then all it takes is a little tap of that subscribe button that you'll see down below. And then at any point today, if I provide you some value, you have a good time, you enjoy hanging out with me today, and give that like button a tap, and I will be eternally grateful. It helps YouTube understand that this content is worth sharing with others. Now I want to check something just really quick before we get started. We have an action-packed agenda today, and let me just check this right now. Okay, that did go out. Okay, very strange. Just checking something. Want to see if my notification went out, telling everybody about the show today. Oh, it sent the wrong link. Gosh, okay. All right, well, that was fun. I sent the wrong link to everybody. So this actually goes to show you, right? So here I'm a veteran. I've been doing this for over 2 decades. Made a lot of money, and still managed to make mistakes and not get the technology right. So I actually invited everybody and sent them to the wrong page. So you know what? Let's do this. We're going to do this together. We're going to notify everyone right now. We're going to copy this campaign. Let's see. Here's the right link. I'm going to send this out to everybody right now. Give me one moment. I actually sent everybody on the list last week's link. So we're going to send it right now and make sure that send now. Review. Just doing this all on the fly while you guys are watching. Okay, that looks to be the correct link. Send now. Congratulations, it's being sent. Okay, well, hopefully our audience will grow now that I've sent the proper link to everyone and invited them to the show. So thank you for those of you who made it here, even though I sent out a bad link to everyone. But there you are. Awesome. Well, then, like I said, that's what this show is all about. It's about helping you move forward and succeed as an entrepreneur. And if you're already succeeding, I want to help you grow as much as I can. I have a pretty good insight in having done over 100 million online myself. I've been in many different niche markets, from personal finance to consumer and business software, careers and employment, helping people get jobs on the internet, anything from survival and fitness to health and weight loss and supplements. We had a skincare brand at one point. So I have tried just about everything. I know what works. I know what doesn't. And this is my chance to help you with that. Now, on these live shows, we do segments of training on topics. I've got 2 segments to do with you today before the show is over. The first one is going to be about email marketing. And I'm going to talk about how someone can get started as a beginner and use email marketing to generate profit all on its own. You could actually you literally could just have an email list that you have built and use it and only it to make profit. So I'll be talking about how do you get started, how do you grow your list, and how do you expand, especially those of you who are just starting out. If you don't have a big mailing list already, we're going to talk about how you can get one and how you get started from the beginning. And then the other thing we'll cover today is my favorite way to generate profit, and that is with digital products. I love digital products because you don't have to ship them. You don't have to worry about them breaking. You don't have to worry about returns. And it's way high profit margins, because when you sell a physical product, which I've sold many physical products, everything from, like I said, a skincare product to jewelry to survival gear. I've sold physical products and through e-commerce. And I find that they just don't make as much profit. The profit margin is slim. So if you sell a product for $10, maybe you'll put $1 or $2 of that in your pocket as profit. But if you sell a digital product, you put almost all of that. That whole $10 goes into your pocket, almost. So it's my favorite way of generating profit. And I recommend that every business have some kind of digital product. Even if you're an offline business, have a location, even if you're selling physical e-commerce products, you still should add a digital product to your lineup, which means any kind of product that your customers can access, can get, can consume online without having to physically hold it in their hands. And so what I'm going to do today in that segment is we're going to go over my 5 favorite ways to create digital products. And it's especially oriented to those, if you've never made one before, it's a training specifically geared for you. So that's our agenda for the day. And before I dive into the first segment, I do want to remind everyone that I have a special training. This is a webinar training that happens in just a couple of hours from now. It's going to be a little bit later tonight. I'll be back on live, and I have a special guest who will be joining me. And he's going to be bringing to you a very interesting business model that I had never seen before. It's something that, and it takes a lot to like surprise me, because I've seen it all. I've done it all. Been doing this a long time. And he came to me and said, well, here's this really cool way of how someone can actually build a business and make money online. And no joke, I have never seen it before. So tonight I'm bringing him on. He's going to be showing you what his system is. And then he does have a product for sale where you can join his membership as well. So that's all going to happen tonight. And he's going to be my very special guest. And if you're on our mailing list, you've probably already been emailed about it. But if you would like to register for that, to find a unique business model that doesn't require for you to go out and do any marketing. Strange. That sounds very weird, right? It does not require you to do paid advertising. It does not require you to even build a website if you don't want to. And it's a very weird and surprising business model that works really, really well. Now, if you'd like to see that, then you're going to want to register for that training. It's by invitation only. It's a private session. It's not one like on YouTube, like this free show. So if you want to register and attend that, that's happening live tonight. It's at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And I'll drop the link. Producer Nick, looks like you dropped that out there for me, so thank you for that. I dropped the link to that. So if you want to go register, the link is now in the chat. Just tap it. You can head on over there and go ahead and register for that. And that's where you can attend that. And that is separate and different than this show. Today is our free YouTube show. And then tonight is the special broadcast with my invited guest who's going to join us. All right. So with all of that out of the way, we are going to get started. By the way, after each segment, I go to Q&A. So I'm going to go to you, to the audience, and chat out there. You can, in the live chat, you can be asking me questions. So if you see something that's confusing, doesn't quite make sense while I'm doing my training, ask it in the live chat. We're going to go to all your questions at the end of each one of our training segments, and I'll do everything I can to help you out. And at the end, we'll open it up and you can ask me anything about building, growing, getting traffic, getting profit, whatever it might be, and I'll help you with that as we get towards the end. And I do have one last thing. We are about to kick off a big celebration. And wow, my computer over here just rebooted. So good thing my streaming machine is still here. But my big powerful machine likes to reboot itself randomly throughout the day for some reason. But here we're still here live. So sorry about my distraction, but yeah, just the whole machine just shut down over here. So the thing I want to ask you about is we have a big celebration that we are about to do. And I want you to tell me in the chat or in the comments, if this is posted later, if you're watching back this after we were live, please tell me the answer of this in the comments as well. We're about to do a massive celebration. And one of the things that I'm going to do is be giving out prizes. And just getting this machine rebooted there. And the prizes we're going to be giving out will be eligible to everyone who's a subscriber of this channel. So if you're a subscriber of the channel, you'll be eligible to win. I'm going to email my subscriber list and customers and tell all of them about this. But I would like to know, I want to give you some examples of prizes I want to give away. And I'd like you to vote by telling me which ones are your favorites and giving me new ideas. You probably have better ideas for prizes than I do. Just getting this all set up over here. Restore. Okay. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be giving away gadgets like iPads, for example, or Android tablets, digital watches, laptops, could be, yeah, those are the kind of gadgets we might give away. The other thing I'm interested in is done for you turnkey businesses where my team and I will build a business. We'll literally build it up from the ground up, get it ready to launch, and then hand it to you and help you launch it. That's another example. I mean, ordinarily, when we used to do done for you services, we don't anymore. But when we did that in the past, we would charge $5,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 to do that for someone, to literally build a business and get it ready and then help and hand it to you to launch. The other thing I'm looking at are traffic campaigns where my team will drive traffic to your businesses. So we might do Facebook ads, or we might get leads. If you want leads for your business, we might give a package of leads where we would generate leads. So out of all these kind of random ideas I just threw at you, please tell me which one you like the best. Just vote on one. Don't tell me like you like all three different things. Just tell me your favorite. And if you have an idea for something that could be even cooler that you might want to win, then let me know. Because what we're going to do is we're going to do a massive contest and we're going to celebrate. We're getting close. We're over 7,000 subscribers now here on the channel. I want to do a big push to get us to 10,000 subs. So for the next several weeks, we're going to be celebrating. I'm going to be giving out prizes. And the more you help me get to my 10,000 subscribers here on the channel, the more prizes you get and the more chances you have to win. So the more you help me and help us as a community build up to 10,000 subs, the more chances you'll have to win. And I'm going to be giving stuff out all throughout. And then, of course, I'll do the big prizes, the really big ones at the end. And it'll be a big celebration for us hitting 10,000 subs here on the channel. And we're about to kick that off. So, yeah, just let me know. And again, if you're watching this back later, vote with the comments down below. You tell me what your favorite prizes are, because I'll be deciding this week what are all the prizes we're going to put in the prize pool. Okay. I see anything from computers, Done for you services, business help, iPad. Okay. Cool. Well, do me a favor and tell me, just pick one thing specifically that you might have heard me mention, or if you have your own idea, like, hey, Bill, here's what I would actually like. Can you do this for me? Tell me that. Just give me something give me a specific vote for one thing that you like the best out of all of those, or propose something else. If you'd like me to give you something or do something to help you, whatever it is in your imagination that you think I might be able to help you with, then put it in the chat and I might be able to make that happen. So we've actually, for example, in past contests, I even had a time where we flew someone out here, put them up in a hotel, and I did one-on-one consulting with them here. And he actually brought his family to go to Disneyland. And then he and I met up for a couple of days in a conference room. We went through his whole business, came up with a really awesome business plan, and then he flew home. There's another example of just an unconventional prize that I've done before. So let me know, vote for that, and with that, we're going to get into today's content. Oh, I got to do the traditional. Sorry, everybody, I got to do the traditional. Nick, are you ready to vote?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, that's Producer Nick, everyone. So Producer Nick, you get to rate on a scale of 1 to 10. How does this dad joke rate?
Okay.
Here we go. Why did the tomato turn red?
Why?
Because it saw the salad dressing.
I don't know why that one does not resonate with me. Oh no!
I like the groan. Oh.
Yeah, okay. No, that's a.
So what does it get? What does it get on a rating? So
no, that's like a 4.
A 4. Oh gosh. Okay. Audience, 1 to 10 on a dad joke scale. What does that get? That was, of course, courtesy of ChatGPT. So we can blame her for that. Awesome. All right. Awesome. Okay. Cool. Okay, we got a 5. We got a 7. Okay. So they actually liked it a little better than you.
I'm a harsh critic. My rating's always lower than everyone else's.
Got a 6. Okay. All right, good. Maybe that was because you were subjected to too many dad jokes over the years. I don't know. But with that, we're going to get into it. And I got to reset my computer here because it crashed. So let me get the correct screen sharing going. Bear with me, everyone. While I get that up. Share screen, entire screen. All right. So we should have the cat in the submarine, and there's the topic for our lesson number. Okay, and go to here. Okay, we're all prepared now. All right. So as you know, I'm recording these. If you've been with me in past live sessions, I record these sessions while we're here live so that we can reuse it. And you might see me doing retakes. So you might see me repeating myself, and I haven't gone crazy. If I've done that, I'm repeating myself for our video editor. I might make notes for our video editor as well. And so if you see me doing that, you'll know what's up. And then when we get to the end of the training session, I'm going to go to chat and we'll be answering all of your questions. Okay. So with that, we are going to start. Here we go. Email is where it's at. I can tell you with over $100 million in experience and in revenue generated with my businesses that email is by far the number one way we get money in the door and generate profit in my various businesses. And this applies whether it's an e-commerce business, whether it's a marketing agency, or whether you're selling digital products. Any business model that I have ever been involved with, I've been involved in a lot, every one of them made piles of profit because of email. But beginners often wonder, but how do I get started with email? And if you've ever wondered how you could get started as a newer marketer or a newer entrepreneur and build your first mailing list, blow it up to have it be a large, profitable mailing list, then I have got you covered. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the 5 different strategies that you can use to build your first mailing list and get it to be a massive, profitable subscriber list. So with that, let's get into it. Now we'll get the screen sharing going. Bear with me while I get it back up. Okay. So as you can see here, we're going to be covering 5 different list building tactics, and then we'll get the presentation kicked off and get started. So we'll go back here. So now, as I said, I've generated quite a lot of money online, and a large portion of it has come through emails. But you cannot take advantage of this without a list. If you don't have an email subscriber list, you can't make money with email. So these 5 tactics that I'm going to show you how to build an email list from scratch, especially if you're a beginner on a budget. But before I show you how to grow an email list, you should know that there's some key list building strategies that you want to know going in before you get started. First, I want you to realize that building your list can take patience. So especially if you're on a tight budget. I know we would all love to have 100 million person email lists that we can hit send and get thousands and thousands of clicks on demand, and you can get there. But it takes patience, especially early on and when you're on a budget. But you can, with little investment, build a list if you just stick with it and stay consistent. Now, you can do this for free. You know, as I said, on a low budget or even with free traffic, you can build a subscriber list, and I will show you living, breathing examples of this in a few minutes of people that actually did that. Now, the faster that you monetize your list, the faster you can start growing. You just need to get started and start trying to promote offers and get to the money-making part as quick as possible. I see people that, let's say they have a small mailing list, maybe it's just 100 people, and they think they need to keep just doing content only and wait until their list is bigger. You can start making money immediately, even with a small list. And the final key, before we dive into the list building tactics, the final key that you really need to understand is that you must send consistently and frequently. You must mail your subscribers. Once you start generating that list, even when it's early, even when it's small, you must mail consistently and frequently. I think people are afraid to mail their lists. They're afraid that they're going to be called a spammer or something, or they're concerned they don't have enough to say, or they don't know what to say. And if that's you, I've got video training on this channel that teaches you what to say, how to say it, and how to create your emails. But that's a different video. Point is, you need to send frequently. And if you don't, your subscribers forget who you are, right? Now, we're going to get into the 5 strategies. Now, number 2 is kind of a weird one, but we'll get to that in a minute. Let's start out with growth tactic number 5. This sounds a little strange, but listen in. Harass your family. As odd as that sounds, this is an actual case study right here of somebody who did just that. And here's a quote from them. I spent 3 days, my eyes started to hurt, just direct messaging every Twitter follower, being like, sign up for this newsletter, please. That's what I built early. That's what built the early momentum. I clawed my way to 3,000 free subscribers by October. Okay, this is Edwin Dorsey. Let's take a look at his case study here. And when we say harass your family, you know, that could be anybody that you have contacts with, anybody that you have, whether it's family, friends, business associates, people you're connected to online or on Twitter, wherever you might have connections and people that might be interested in what you're doing. Don't be shy. Reach out to them and say, hey, I'm building this newsletter. Would you like to subscribe? And right here, Edwin built a $900,000 newsletter business, and he started out with that. That's his beginning way. That was his strategy on how he got started. Here, bear with me for one moment. I forgot to shut off my direct messaging. Okay. Awesome. Okay, now I got my messaging shut off. So note to the editor, we'll clean that up. Awesome. So yeah, Edwards got started, and that was how he began, just by personally messaging to get his first 3,000 subscribers. And he went on at 25 years of age to build a profitable business using only email. Pretty darn cool. All right. Let's move on. Well, actually, let's not move on. So we're going to again note for that. Note for the editor. I'll let you clean this up a little bit. Let's see. How do we get it back full screen? I don't know. Okay, we'll just stick with it like this.
You see stop in the bottom. You can hit that. That'll go back to full screen.
Oh, well. Oh, thank you. Oops. Okay, editor can clean this up in post. All right. So this is something you can do early on. And even if you end up with just getting, a handful, a dozen of your friends, family, business associates to join, that's okay. At least you have an audience of people that might be interested in what you have to say. Now, you can probably get your first 50 subscribers easily this way. This is often the case in many successful businesses that I've seen built over the years. They often resort to unconventional kind of like, they're not automation. They're not sexy and interesting marketing tactics. It's just like rolling up your sleeves, good old fashioned work. And that's what he did here. And that's what I see so many successful entrepreneurs when they get started. Even Morning Brew, which was a multi-million-dollar email newsletter, by the way, they actually started doing this by passing a clipboard around and getting people to, on a piece of paper, sign up to their newsletter list. Okay. Now, as you grow, as your list gets bigger, obviously you wouldn't keep doing this, but this is a great way to get started at the very beginning, just to get a little bit of momentum going. Now, growth tactic number 4 is short form content. Okay. So what does that mean exactly? Let's take a look here. Here's another case study of someone who did just that. This case study here is courtesy of creatorspotlight.com. And this is a newsletter about sneakers. Okay, so he created an email list about shoes and grew it up to 35,000 subscribers. So let's take a look at how he did that. So that's him on Twitter. He actually flipped this newsletter and sold it and made a lot of profit. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, and then in this, we won't go through watching this full video in detail. But what he did is he engaged people in short form video. So that are things like TikTok, like Instagram. Here's some examples, right? So you can see here, he was just, nothing like, it wasn't professionally shot. It wasn't like polished and slick videos. He just jumped on these channels and started talking about the niche. And so he used just social media to reach 40,000 subscribers simply by jumping on, again, jump on Instagram, jump on TikTok, and now even YouTube has shorts. And just do these quick short, 60 seconds or less, and talk about your niche, and then invite people to, join your free newsletter. Okay? And again, over and over, you can see that's the strategy that he used to blow this up. So don't underestimate short form content as a medium. It's something that you can be very successful at. Okay. And you can see the quote here from him. He says, all of our subscribers come from organic social media. A big driver of everything we did was short form video. We did Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. Basically, all the platforms help push out organic short form videos. Okay. So he started from nothing, from zero, just a guy with a phone. And in 11 months, he built up and sold a business for, it doesn't say the terms of the deal, but I would imagine that this is a $1 million deal. Okay. Let's continue. Why is it doing it out of order? That's weird. I wonder if I can do that. Okay, we'll just go with this. Okay, note for the editor, more stuff to clean up, but here we go. And here, I'm going to come on screen. I forgot to do this as well. Now, growth tactic number 3 is product hunt. And, okay, I just got a weird message saying the internet was disconnected for some reason. All right. Growth tactic number 3 is product hunt. Now, you might have heard of product hunt because it's a place where people go to launch their software products. So if they build, usually it's business software that people will list on there, and they'll launch their products on Product Hunt. But Product Hunt is not just for that. You can do other things as well. And this is an example here of a person who went on to get their first 1,000 users as an example, but that's not the only thing. You can get subscribers. The misconception is that you need to be a tech product to list on Product Hunt. And you can just go to producthunt.com or Google it, and you can learn about it. And you can launch newsletters on that platform. This newsletter got their first 4,000 subscribers on Product Hunt. And these, when you list something on Product Hunt, it can go viral. Okay. Now, if you're familiar with the site Reddit, it works kind of like that. It works on like a voting system where people can upvote your project. And if you do have a subscriber list, you can also leverage that to get more subscribers. But Product Hunt is a great way to get started to get your first 4,000 subscribers. Moving on. We'll see if the thing moves on to the correct slide. Let's see. Okay, why is it not doing what it's supposed to do? Okay, live audience, stand by while we deal with weird technology. Let's go present. Okay, fun. We got lots of fun for our editor today. Okay. And here we go. We're down to growth tactic number 2. And this is the one I said was a little bit weird. I don't know why people are afraid to do this, but let me tell you from firsthand experience, this is powerful. This is a way early on in your email list building journey, you can multiply your list. And it's a really big point where you can get a big return for not a lot of money or not a lot of time investment. And this is something called swaps. A newsletter swap is when you and another newsletter promote each other. That's the simple way to say it, is you team up with another newsletter in your niche market. You guys promote each other. And you can find people that are willing to do that because you both get new subscribers. Okay. And done right, you'll both get a big boost to your subscriber count. And in here, you can see that this is easy once you get at least a smaller list. So if you have a list and you've only got 5 people on it, probably no one's going to want to do a swap, right? But let's say you've got a list, it's got 1,000, 3,000, 10,000 subscribers. At that stage, you can do swaps and you can get more subscribers that way. And it is a trade-off. Sure, some of your subscribers are going to end up reading somebody else's newsletter list, but you're going to get just as many back in return. And I can tell you, the net result is that you make way more profit and your list grows. And I've had some very big wins with this strategy. Okay. Now realize that it's going to take some time. The strategy here is you're going to have to reach out to a lot of list owners and suggest this to them. And you might need to reach out to, 100 people. You may need to send 100 emails or contact them through direct message on Twitter or wherever you might reach out to them. But you reach out and you might need to do 100 outreaches to get, 5, 10 swaps that you might be able to do. Okay. And the other thing is as you're doing that, you get a chance to see, it's almost like a research step at the same time because you're researching other newsletters and other businesses in your niche market. And you get to see what they're doing. And it's a chance to network with them as well. Okay. Now, one of the things that once you find someone who's willing to do a swap, you can come back to them and say every quarter. So every 3 months, you can return and do it again. And each time your list will grow over and over again. And you can get it in your calendar. You can have list swaps going on all year long with different list owners. Okay. Now, not only can you use this as a way to grow your list, but you can also do this if you're clever about it. It's an easy way for you to get free content to mail to your subscribers, because you go to your list swap partner and you ask them for some content to share with your audience. And that becomes the contents of the email. You can send out some really great content and training or information that your swap partner will give you. You just mail it to your list, and it actually is a way for you to get content to send to them. Now, there's even a platform here that you can see called Audience Swaps. That is their whole purpose. If we take a look at it, is to help find other publishers and arrange these swaps. Okay. So as it says here, we make it simple and easy to find other audiences. So check out Audience Swaps. Now, moving on. Okay, I'm going to have more fun for the editor to edit. I think I'm going to have to by hand switch to this slide and then say present. No. Okay. Okay, here we go. Notes for editor, more editing for you. Sorry. Growth tactic number 1, and this is something that I kind of became famous for back in the day. It was actually my very first product launch that I ever did in the entrepreneurial space. Is many years ago, I launched a product that helped people do contests and giveaways. And let me tell you, this is a massive way to build your list. That is simply by giving away stuff to people. Both you can give stuff away when they subscribe to your list, but also as prizes and incentives and benefits as they stay subscribers. Okay, so here you can see the newsletter 1440. It was one of their very early on with their growth tactics. They have a daily newsletter that is very large and successful. They have millions of subscribers. Okay, so what they did is they did giveaways, and these giveaways have a chance to go viral. That's another thing that I love about giveaways, is because they actually can be passed around and shared, and they go viral. And also, if you do a giveaway, there's a scarcity, a fear of missing out. So if they don't join and don't get on your list and don't take the actions that, to help you spread the word about your contest, then the whole thing closes down. Okay, it's a great way to build engagement with a list. If you find that your subscriber list is starting to go cold and not be responsive, this is a fantastic thing to do. And in fact, we're just about to hold a giant giveaway here on our channel, right? I won't be doing it for email subscribers, but giveaways are powerful on many channels. Okay, now you can see here at 1440, they used a tool called Dojo Mojo. So let's take a look at the tool that they used to do their giveaways. Okay, and one-stop shop acquisition and engagement. So it says build your audience through our powerful acquisition network, and it even lets you do text messaging, but it's a giveaway and a contest tool, which there's quite a few of them out there that you can use, but they use Dojo Mojo. It looks like they probably used the sweepstakes tool right here, where you can quickly build a sweepstakes and get people to join your list to win prizes. Now, with that final growth tactic, that is something that I highly recommend. It's something that works incredibly well. And you don't have to give away things that are very expensive. So you don't have to go out and buy cars and give away Lamborghinis, okay? You can give away simple things. You can give away digital products, courses, trainings, consultations. Or if you have a little bit of a budget, I've seen people give away gift cards or video games or stuff that is inexpensive. Point is, you want it to be things that are interesting to your audience. That's the key. And if you can do that, you can give stuff away and build a massive subscriber list. And here on the channel, at the time of recording this video, we are about to kick off a massive giveaway in our drive to get to 10,000 subscribers right here on this channel. So if you subscribe right now, you'll see the red subscribe button below. You'll be a part of our audience. And our subscribers are the ones that are eligible to win from the prize pool. We're going to be giving away all kinds of stuff, including gadgets like iPads and laptops and things like that. Stay tuned for the announcements. You'll find them elsewhere on the channel, or subscribe to learn more about it. But we're going to be giving away a bunch of that stuff. You'll be able to chance to get free consulting for your business, traffic campaigns where my team will get traffic for you. Heck, we may even give away a turnkey ready-to-run business. But again, to be eligible, you'll need to be a subscriber. So hit that red subscribe button that you see down below. And of course, if you had value from the training today, give us a thumbs up. That helps the YouTube algorithm understand that this content is worth sharing with others. And I'll be eternally grateful if you tap that thumbs up. So you'll have that. And with that, final thing I will remind you is that a perfect complement to an email newsletter or an email subscriber list is to build a digital online course. And of course, there's a platform that will help you do just that. It'll build your entire business, bottom to top. Write your emails for you, even talking about email lists. It'll create your courses. It will create your site. It will register your domain name. It will make videos. It'll make audio training. It does it all. If you just answer 2 questions and hit a button, it'll build the entire thing out. It's a perfect complement to a powerful email list. So if you'd like to learn more about that tool, currently, the time of this recording, it is not available to the public. But if you'd like to get a private demo and learn if you might be able to be invited, we do invite people in to join our early access program. And to do that, schedule your demo. Go right now to pushbutton.ai/demo to learn more about that. And on that note, we're going to be wrapping up. I hope to see you in a future video. Bye for now. All right, live audience, we're coming back for your questions. Let me just get this window over here and get this prepared over here. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to take a very short little break, get a swig of coffee, get some more caffeine in me, and then we'll be right back with all of your questions. So if you have any questions, comments, feedback, whatever you want to pop that into the chat now. Producer Nick will be reading it when we come back, and I'll be helping you out as much as I possibly can. Until then, here's a very quick commercial break. We'll see you in just a minute.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had PushButton AI do all the work, didn't you?
that's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using PushButton AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This PushButton AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
All righty, so YouTube is also doing an ad break. So some of you out there might be seeing YouTube ads right now, and some of you might not be. So we'll give everybody a moment here to come back from the YouTube ad break. Producer Nick, you out there?
Yes, I am.
All right. And by the way, while we get to the questions, I have a dad joke that maybe I can earn some redemption. What do you think?
Let's see it.
Okay, so again, give me a rating. And if you groan again, I'll know exactly. I think the rating will be pretty apparent. But here we go. Here is the second dad joke of the day. Straight from ChatGPT. What kind of music do mummies listen to?
I don't know.
Rap music.
Okay. When you first said it, I was like, oh, I probably know what the punchline is going to be, but better than the last one. Let's say 6.
A 6. Okay. All right. A moderately successful dad joke. Okay. Anybody else have a rating? What do you think? What do you give that one out there? Scale of the 1 to 10 on of dad jokes. Is that one a 6, an 8? I like that one. All right. On to the questions. What do we got?
Yeah, this is a good one. This question rolled in saying, what is the best platform for generating traffic?
The best platform for generating traffic. This is an interesting question, and I think there's a lot of misleading information, and I'll blame the marketers. Okay. I mean, I suppose that's partially me. I'm a marketer, right? But the marketers love to tell you, oh, you need to take this course and learn about the number one most profitable traffic strategy. There is no number one most profitable traffic strategy. That's false, fake, BS, fake news, right? There is no one single best traffic strategy. And I know it'd be like interesting and for me to answer like, oh, the best one is this, right? The correct and truthful answer is it really depends upon both you and your business. And it's by understanding like your niche market, like who are you trying to get in front of and who are the customers who buy your product? And for you personally, based upon your skill level, are you technical? How much marketing knowledge do you have? Do you have a budget, and how much is your budget? Once you know all of these factors, then and only then can you pick the right traffic strategy for you. This is actually something that I do with my customers is I help them through that. We have a whole course of teaching this. It's called Traffic Generation Revealed. And by the way, I didn't notice who asked that question. If you're a customer, you'll see the process. If you go log into your members area, go look for Traffic Generation Revealed, and it'll take you through the process of how you figure out what's the right traffic strategy for you. Because like I love Twitter ads. Like right now, I'm a big fan of Twitter ads, and you're going to be hearing us talking a lot more about Twitter ads on the channel here in the future. But it would be a mistake of me to tell you that that's the right strategy for you, because I don't know how much budget you have for your ads. I don't know how long could you run ads for before because it may take testing. You may need to run ads, pay for those ads, and test for a month or 2 months before you finally become profitable. And so once I would know a little more about you and about your background and your business, then I could prescribe the perfect traffic strategy. But what I will say in general is that organic strategies like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, those work when you have a limited budget, but you have time. If you have time and you're willing to just start putting stuff out there, then organic strategies, and those could be Pinterest is an example of another really useful way to get traffic. It could be through Facebook, through a business page, a Twitter account, a YouTube channel. But organic is going to be ones they will all take more time. They will take more consistency. But those are ones you can do on a budget. And then depending upon your tolerance for video, like are you comfortable getting on video? Or even if you're uncomfortable. Well, I'll tell you, way back in the day, the first time I started doing video marketing, I was a wreck. I was very nervous. I was concerned about everything being perfect, but I just had to do it anyway and get it out there. So if you can be comfortable with that, video as an organic channel can be pretty powerful too. So anyway, I kind of did not answer your question, but did all at the same time. But that's the best answer I can give.
All right.
What other questions do we have?
Yeah, Rob wants to know, will there be another training? Or is there a manual how-to?
So we can do that. Yeah. And in fact, I forgot, did we put a survey on the channel in the community tab about this? I don't remember if we did or not.
No.
No. Okay. Well, we do more training all the time. Like the whole point the whole mission of this channel is to release the training that you want and that you need. And so if you want a training on how to do a specific tactic step by step, you know, at any time you can drop a comment on one of my videos and request it. Or again, if you just let us know here. And we're always on the lookout for what are the topics that we can do training on. And I'm always doing more training. I come here every single Wednesday doing this show. And then you'll see throughout the week, you'll see at least 3 more videos and 3 more pieces of content where we teach how to step by step. Sometimes we do roundups. We'll do like top 5, like I just did today. Yeah, any feedback from you, the audience, we take, and that's how we decide what we'll be doing our training around. Cool. Next question.
Yeah, Jonathan wants to know, I've got the need for someone to help consult with me and a partner on mine on a project. Is this the right place?
I mean, I don't, so I am a business consultant. Usually it's for like larger, more established businesses because it's not inexpensive. So I don't know that I will personally be the right person to consult with you. But also, we are building a community here, and we're about to begin to release some of our community features to put and connect up people in our audience with one another. And that's something that I've seen before where people in our audience team up with each other to launch and partner and grow their businesses. So that's something that I would say in our audience you might be able to look at in the future. And then one last thing I will say is in our PushButton AI program, I'm not trying to pitch this on you. I don't know if it'll be a good fit for you or not, maybe. But in PushButton AI, which is one of my products, we do have a consulting thing. It's not with me, but we have expert consultants who can help you launch and grow a business. So that might be something you should look at. If you want more info about that, then sign up for a demo. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo. So it'll ask you to put your name and email in. Go to the next page. There's a video from me. Go to the calendar. Make sure you book a spot in the calendar, and they can tell you all about it. So, and then it might be useful for you. I'm not sure. What else we got?
Yeah, this is a good question. So they say they're curious if online you make more revenue from subscribers or from unsubscribed visitors. How important is it to invest money into gaining subscribers?
Well, it's important that you continue to grow. Like that's the key strategy for me in all aspects of business. Is I always am looking at how do I grow. You don't ever want to be stagnant in this world and in this universe. There is no such thing as just something staying the same. It's either decaying and going down or it's growing. Things just don't stay the same. And so a subscriber list is very similar to that. If you're mailing frequently, which you should be, you will be getting unsubscribes. And so my goal, like as I manage my list, is to make sure that I'm always getting in at the end of the day, after the month is done, I'm getting more subscribers in than left from unsubscribing. Okay. So if I, even if it's just one, if I lost 100 subscribers this month and I got 101 new ones, I'm happy. So that should be the thing that you want to live with, is just try to continuously grow. And this is, again, in any area. Things just don't stay the same. You always need to grow them. Next question.
Yeah, I'll read this one verbatim for you. And they say, what should a new member of PushButton AI do other than booking a call when not on PushButton AI site?
I'm not sure. Are you talking about like getting started? I'm not sure I totally understand that question. But if you're talking about getting started with the PushButton AI system, then definitely you want to talk to our team and get your onboarding. So we do onboarding with every customer where, whether we'll contact you through email and we can get on the phone, get on Zoom and help you get started. So if you haven't had your onboarding yet, definitely reach out, and you can contact us to arrange that by emailing help@pushbutton.ai. That's help at PushButton.ai. And then the team will make sure that they help you get started and that you know exactly what to do next. So, and I may have misunderstood your question. And if I did, then maybe re-ask it in a slightly different way. And it may just be me misunderstanding.
Yeah. Cool. They followed up. They followed up saying some tips to grow. So
tips to grow your business. Well, this channel is loaded with them. So again, if I knew a little more about your business and your background, the first thing I would say starting out is just make sure that you've set up your site, you have a business that you can make, get subscribers or get products sold. Next thing to do is make sure it's listed in social media. And then from there, you're going to have to choose a traffic strategy. And that depends a lot on your budget and some other factors. So hopefully that helps.
All right. Now I think we're good to go.
Okay, cool. I see Gerald's question. I want to answer that. So I see Gerald said, I am new. What is this? So I do want to answer that. Who else is new? Who has never been on one of my shows before? Raise your hand virtually. You can say me. Say me in the chat right now. And don't worry, don't be shy. I'm not going to be calling anybody out or anything. So who here? Give me a me in the chat if you have not been on one of my live shows before here on YouTube anyway. Okay, got a few me's. Okay, good. So I do these shows. It's my way of helping entrepreneurs grow their businesses, right? If you've never had a business before, I'm here to help you start one, here to help you grow it. And this is my free way of just helping. And I know it sounds a little weird, but one of my missions, like my personal life's mission, is to help as many entrepreneurs make as much profit as possible. And it's like my way of helping the economy, my way of helping the world. I know I'm good at doing that, and I like to do that. And this channel is a way for me to do that for free, right? I've got software tools and other things where some people pay me quite a lot of money to help them with their businesses and their marketing. But this channel is my place I can just, openly help not my customers, but also the general public and help you. That's what it's all about. And on the channel, I'm here live every Wednesday, and then we have training videos that we release all the time as well. So if you're new, welcome. I'm glad you decided to hang out with me today. Subscribe. So you'll see the red button down there. Tap it, become a subscriber. And we have by the way, as a bribe, I have a bunch of prizes I'm going to be giving away to subscribers very soon that we'll be announcing. We'll be announcing that soon. So, but that's what this show is about. That's the purpose of it. That's why I have this channel. Of course, if you're interested in my other products and services, great. You can check them out. But the channel is all about how do I just help you? And there we go. So that's what this is, and that's where you're at. And then are we good to move on?
2 more questions. Harry wants to know, by the way, can you develop a quiz option for PushButton? I recently bought it.
We do not currently have okay, how do I explain this? So there's no automatic PushButton quizzes in the software, but PushButton helps you build sites. It helps you build your business. It helps you build courses. You can put quizzes in your courses. It's part of the features and the functionality of the sites that we help you build. You can add quizzes to your lessons that the AI makes for you, but it's not automatic. You actually have to go put the quiz in there, but you can do it, and it is built into the platform that we create for you. So there you go.
Great. And we had another question. It's what takes the most time / costs the most effort, and what should you focus on when starting?
And is this again referencing growing an existing site that you haven't built yet?
They don't specify.
Okay. Well, so I have 2 answers to that. So if you don't have a business up and running, like a place where people can go and either subscribe to your newsletter list or buy a product or service from you, then that's going to be where the most effort, then the most challenges and trouble exist. It's just getting that completed. And that was actually why I built my product. PushButton AI is designed to help leapfrog an entrepreneur over all of that. So it uses AI and automation and a bunch of really awesome tools to help you get through that process quickly. So you can have the AI set up your site, register your domain name, do all the hosting and the technical stuff, write your copy, create your products. They can do all of that. And that helps to leapfrog over that. That's usually where most people get stuck, is ever getting something published online where they actually can accept customers and make some profit. And so PushButton AI helps you get over that whole process. So that's the first barrier. Okay, that's time-consuming barrier number one. Time-consuming barrier number two, now that you got something, you got to get people to come check it out and buy from you. That's challenge number two. Okay, and that's forever. That's a challenge that continues forever as long as you have your business. You'll have to continuously work out how to get people to your site to buy your stuff. And that's an ongoing thing. It never ends. I would say that the things that probably have the most effort and take the most patience is usually organic free marketing. So for example, producer Nick and I started this YouTube channel some time ago. And I knew that when I started it, we started from scratch, from zero. And I knew that it was going to take me a year, maybe 2 years of consistent putting out content, helping people, showing up here on my Wednesday shows before the channel began to really grow. Okay. Again, we did this all organically. Up till now, we haven't run any ads to grow this channel. It's all been organic. And I knew that it was going to take a lot of time. Okay. Again, it's partially because of the topic that we're in. Other niches, if I was in the gaming niche or some other more mass market friendly niche, I could have grown a little faster. But, social content like this, it takes you being willing to commit, be consistent, and stick with it for the long haul. Now, of course, you can shortcut that with a budget. If you've got a little bit of money to spend on ads, boom, you can grow much, much faster and with less effort. All right. Any other questions before we go to the next segment?
Not a question, but like a comment I'd like to share with you. They say, I remember the first time I discovered your show here on YouTube, Bill. It was life-changing, and I was blown away how straightforward and honest you were in helping your viewers.
Oh, thank you for that. Oh, well, you know what? I like that. Let me push that so that we can see it. There we go. Awesome. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, I do things a little bit differently. I know that in the space of we'll put air quotes internet marketing, or entrepreneurship, there are a lot of weird gurus, and I am a little different. I will say I think I am, at least. I hope I am. I just saw a webinar today where they're just outright lying to people to sell stuff, and so I try to be the opposite of that. And I think it actually makes it harder for me to sell things, and I have less customers because of it. But it doesn't help anyone. At the end of the day, it doesn't help anyone to do a bunch of hype, lie about stuff just so I can scoop up a couple extra dollars. It doesn't. At the end of the day, it doesn't help anyone, and I think it's just not the right thing to do. So I try to make this channel and everything that I do in helping entrepreneurs to be different than those weird guru types that are willing to sell their firstborn to you, to get $1. So anyway, I'm glad that it's coming through. So that's cool. All right, then shall we take a quick break and come back to the next segment?
Right after, there's one more kind comment I'd like to share, and then we'll go for it. They say, I like to hear that you are here to help us. I'm in the same place with helping marriages. Subscribed.
Oh, awesome. That's cool. Well, it's a little bit turned into a little bit of a love fest. So thank you for those nice comments. I do appreciate that. And, truth be told, Sure, could I hype things up, and could I, I'm pretty good at copywriting, pretty good at sales. Could I hype it up and sell and make more money in the short term? Yes. But ultimately, you succeed by how much you help your customers and how much you help. It's by helping people solve their problems, by helping people achieve their goals. And this is in any business, selling any kind of, it could be, you could be selling coffee mugs, and this principle still applies. The more you help your customers, the more money you'll make in the long term. And I think it's an illusion that people see hustlers and scam artists, and they see that they're making a lot of money. And I think many times that is an illusion, because it's short-term money, but their business only lasts a year and then it implodes, right? So, and everything just falls apart. And at the end of the day, if you do the math, they made less money because of their aggressive, unethical tactics. So I think if you want long-term success and you don't want to end up having a business that blows up and falls apart, you just do the right thing. All right. So with that, we will do a quick commercial break. I want to grab another bit of caffeine, rest my voice for a moment, and then we will be right back with the next segment, which is going to be 5, count them, 5 different strategies that you can use to build digital products. Again, my favorite kind of product that you could possibly sell in your business to make profit. It generates the most possible profit. Every business should have one. If you're selling physical products, maybe you're a chiropractor or a dentist or whoever you might be, you should have a digital product added to your business's lineup. And I'll cover 5 different ones. We'll talk about how to make them, which ones are good and which ones are better. And I'll go through the whole thing. We'll do that in just a moment. But first, a quick little break, and I'll be right back with all your questions.
You know you can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse? Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business, or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called PushButton AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. PushButton AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with PushButton AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
All right, so we're back. So again, YouTube is doing its ad break right now as well. So we'll be back with that in just a moment. A quick little plug before we get into the next segment. I will be live in just about, let's see, it is in 1 hour and 51 minutes from now. I'll be live again with a special guest who's going to be joining me tonight on a private webinar. Okay? It's a private session. It's free, but you do have to register to attend. And again, that is tonight. So those of you, I have this special guest who is going to show a completely different, unusual, and a little weird business model that you can make profit online in a way you probably never thought of before. He surprised me. He came to me and he told me about this model, this thing he's teaching people how to do. And it's a way for you to help businesses. You don't have to do any marketing. You don't have to do any copywriting. You don't have to set up any websites. It's kind of magical, actually. And he's going to teach us how to do it when I bring him on tonight. And of course, he has a system, and he'll invite you into that as well, a course and a system that helps you do it. But that is a private webinar tonight. And producer Nick, can you share the link to that again in the chat? So for anybody who has not registered yet, you can come back, join me for that. That's a separate session, a private session. You've got to register in order to attend. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing a bit later. So we have today's a double-decker day of live broadcasts here with me. All right. With that, I think the ad break is over. Everybody should be back, and we're going to move on to the next strategy. Let me get my screen set up so that I'm on the right one. That is this one here. Okay. Zoom out just a hair. Get it over here. Okay, this is the digital product ideas. What's the keyword we're targeting on this one, Nick?
Digital product ideas.
Digital product ideas. Okay, great. And here, this is actually an interesting teachable lesson. So one of the things that we do on my YouTube channel is our growth strategy is really centered around YouTube search. And I don't know, how many of you are interested in how to grow on YouTube? Anybody here? Give me a me in the chat if you're interested in how do you grow a channel on YouTube. I've done it a couple of different times. I've gotten millions of views on YouTube. You know, this channel is still in its infancy in terms of it growing and getting it, expanding. But yeah, give me a me in the chat if you would like to learn more about YouTube growth. So, we have a unique challenge here, and that we were building this, and it's something that producer Nick took charge of, and he wanted to grow this channel organically. So we're not doing any ads. We're not doing any paid spending. We may in the future, but right now it's all been organic through word of mouth and, talking to my subscriber list, which is probably one of the ways we've gotten people. But our growth strategy has been, how do we actually get some traction that doesn't it doesn't depend on a single viral video, right? How do we, I think a lot of people, whether it's on Instagram or other places, they really focus on this idea of how do I get a video with 100,000 views or 1 million views, and they're putting everything into hinging around achieving that. And I took a different approach, which I think is better. And that was, it's like the tortoise and the hare, right? Remember the slow and steady wins the race. And so what we have focused on is creating content that is helpful, but targets search keywords. So what are the how-to keywords that people are searching for here on YouTube? Also on Google, because YouTube search or YouTube videos can easily rank on Google as well. And so what we're doing is we're finding a bunch of easier keywords that are, have some search volume, but they're a little bit easier to try to score a ranking for. And then we want to rank in YouTube's search. If we're lucky and we do a really good job, we can also rank in the Google search engine search with our videos. And that's been the major strategy for our growth in growing the channel. And so, that's so one of the things I was just talking about when I was asking producer Nick is what keyword are we targeting? Because I want to say it. YouTube's algorithm at this stage is, excuse me. Sorry for that. Take two. YouTube's algorithm at this stage is sophisticated enough that it studies what you say in the videos. And it's smart enough to know not just the text that we use in the description or the tags that we use, but what do I say in the video? And they're going to be looking for a few different things. One is, do I say the keyword that we're targeting for? Do I say it exactly? And then, do I say other words and phrases that are related to that keyword? And YouTube can understand then that the video is about that topic and it will rank it, okay? Now there's other factors, and if it seems like there's quite a lot of people interested in this, but if it's something you guys want to know more about, we can also talk about different YouTube growth strategies and, how we're actually ranking these videos to get them, that's one of the things that we target. And so just a little behind the scenes so That's why I asked about the keyword, because every single piece of content we make targets a very specific keyword on purpose that we chose so that we could get traffic and new subscribers. And so for this video, we're targeting the keyword phrase digital. Let's see, what was it again, Nick? I want to make sure I say it. Digital product ideas, right?
That's it. Yep.
Okay. So there we go. That's why I asked him that. So I'll make sure I say the word when I'm recording the training. And like usual, I'm recording this. You might see me do retakes. You might see me talking to my editor. Don't worry, I am live. We are here together. Once I'm done, once I get this training recorded, then we'll come back to you and we will do open chat and you can ask me anything. So anything I can do to help you implement what we go over today, we'll cover that next. And the computer restarted again. Okay, so I think from now on, Nick, we're going to have to use this other machine for screen sharing just permanently.
Got it.
This is the 4th time it's rebooted since we've been live. So apologies to my audience. Sorry, guys and gals. It's we'll let this machine reboot itself, and I'll get the screen sharing back up. Unless, can you send me? Well, I'll just wait for it here. I'll wait for it here. By the way, do we have any training that we're going to be pushing out to the audience after the show today? I know sometimes you have a video for everybody.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, we had. Let me pull it up and then drop it into the special link.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad
I was just curious, and so while I get this loaded up here, everybody, I'll share another little inside secret about how we rank YouTube content. Okay, looks like I'm back connected there. Shut that off. Okay. We got like a million screens opening up, so we'll give it a moment. Wow. All of that finishes doing that. Almost ready, guys. Close that. And close that. Okay. Screen sharing again. Entire screen. Choose that. So that's what we're going to be covering today. That's our agenda for today's show. And all right, we're ready to go. So as I was saying, when we rank YouTube videos, one of the things that is really important is that once you're starting to get an audience, even if it's a small audience, if they search for the words you're looking for, and any one of them see your video and click it, and then watch that video and watch a lot of it, not just watch like 30 seconds and leave, then that helps the YouTube algorithm understand or rank that video. Okay? So think carefully about that for a moment. So if your subscribers, even if you have a handful of subscribers on your channel, if any one of them happen to go to YouTube and search for the phrases that you're trying to target, they see your video and they click it and then watch most of it. You want them to have a lot of watch time. If that happens, it helps your video rank for everyone else on YouTube, right? It's like YouTube is sort of testing your subscribers. Any of your subscribers do those searches and click on your videos, then they begin to rank it for the general population on YouTube. So it's a little, you can think of some ways on maybe you could use that, just a little bit of inside info of what we have discovered. And on that, we'll get onto today's content. And There we go. All right, here we go. Again, remind you guys that we'll be back as soon as we get this little thing recorded. We're going to come back to you with all your questions, comments, and whatever anything I can do to help you as we wrap up today. So here we go. I've been selling digital products online for literally decades, and I have generated over $100 million in total revenue through all of my businesses over the years. I've seen every strategy you could possibly think of on how people make profit. And let me tell you that selling a digital product is one of the most profitable ones that you can do. But the question becomes, what is a great digital product idea? What could you possibly make? And when I talk about digital products, I'm talking about things that are not physical, that you can't touch or hold in your hand, but instead are something that someone can access by logging into your website or downloading or accessing through email, any virtual online way that someone could access training, entertainment, help, enlightenment, whatever it might be that they get value out of. You can make money. And the cool thing is, you don't have any costs to deliver that digital product. It's essentially 100% profit that you could put right into your pocket. So today, I'm going to go over 5, that's right, count them, 5 different strategies that you can be building your own digital products so that you too can get some of that digital product profits. So with that, I have a cool little presentation. I have a deck and some things that we're going to share. Let's take a look at that. And I'm going to switch up. We'll go to that layout there. Let's hide producer Nick. And we'll get started. All right. Okay. So we'll get started on this presentation. This is everything I'm going to be covering with you. And by the way, if you would like to download this, then all you need to do, I'll give you the entire deck, plus the links, references, and any information and notes from this broadcast will be available to you totally for free. All I ask is that you subscribe to our free newsletter. So I'll pop a link to that newsletter down below, and it'll let you, again, totally free. Just subscribe. We send out a newsletter once a week with action-packed value that has training and information that'll help you generate more profit with your business. All you got to do is subscribe, and I'll give you this deck, and all the information will be downloadable, and it's 100% free. What do you got to lose? Now, on that, let's zoom in and get started, which, by the way, this over here, business model number 2 is kind of weird. I bought this on eBay and made millions of dollars with it. We'll talk about that more in a second, but let's go ahead and get into presentation mode. And we're going to start out with business model number 5, and that is ebooks. Now, I think everyone's heard of ebooks. You know, it's really just a PDF file in most of the cases. Now, there's also Kindle books that you can get on Amazon and other formats, but basically it's a PDF file. And you can make an ebook with any word processor, whether you have Microsoft Word, whether you have Google Docs, whether you have a free open office program. There's a lot of ways that are free or inexpensive where you can make an ebook and you just save it as a PDF through any of these different programs. And they're really easy to create. But they can have a lot of value because you pack the ebook full of information that helps people solve the problems that they're having and achieve the goals that they have in your market related to your audience. Now, let's take a look real quick at this case study, okay? There's a Twitter thread here that I want to take a look at. And in this Twitter thread, they went over about how this ebook right here, see that one called Make Bootstrapper's Handbook. This ebook made $499,585. And he says, here's how to write and market your own ebook. And so this is Drew Riley's thread on Twitter, full credit to Drew. And he goes into how to actually do it. And the simple thing is he is repurposing content that he creates in public, okay? So he goes on and just kind of does content repurposing. So he'll find interviews, he'll find news articles, he'll find things like that, and then he recovers it from his unique perspective and puts it in this ebook, and then turns around and sells it. And that's how he generates all of that profit. Now let's go back to our little slide here. The beauty of an ebook is that they are easy to make. Okay. Also, there's something that you can sell inexpensively. So I think a lot of people worry about selling expensive products. You can create an ebook and sell it cheaply, which makes it easy to get your first round of customers. Okay. But the strategy to do it is really quite simple. First, you just do your research. You find out what are the keywords that people are searching for problems that they have, for goals they're trying to achieve, things that they need help with. You can use tools like Helium 10 or Answer the Public. I love Answer the Public. It's a great tool that helps you see the questions that people are asking in the search engines. Okay. Next, even if you don't have a product, you can throw up a landing page and have a waiting list. Say, hey, I'm about to make a ebook about how to, weave baskets underwater. Sign up here to join my waiting list. Okay. And this is while you're building your ebook. Okay. Step 3, you write your ebook, and you can use AI to help with that. By the way, I have done training on this channel. So after this video, go check out the other videos on the channel. I've done specific training that help you with this on how do you use AI to create your ebook. And it'll go step by step. How do you do it? Okay. Then you sell the ebook to your waiting list. Then you have a customer list. That's actually the most profitable part of all of this. Is that when you sell an ebook for inexpensive prices, let's say you sell it for $7. The powerful thing is that person got out their wallet, put their credit card in, and gave you money, even if it's only $7. And that's called a customer list or a buyer list. And there is nothing more valuable in business than a buyer list who is consuming products from you, because now you can sell them more products and more expensive products over time. And this is a great way to get your business rolling, get started with selling info products or digital products, is with this strategy. So let's move on. The business model number 4. Now this is a paid community. Okay, now this is, I think a lot of people underestimate this business model. And with a paid community, this is something that recently, like Sam Ovens, has made this popular with his platform called School. And then, of course, Alex Hormozy, another kind of celebrity marketer, bought an interest in the company, and he's been promoting it. And School is all about paid communities. So if you've seen that, that's what this is about. And it's where you sell access to a community where everybody's hanging out and sharing content, and then you also drop content into that community. Think of like a Facebook group as an example. So School is kind of like a cooler, more feature-rich version of a Facebook group, and you can charge access to it to get into that community. Now, the thing I love about this is you can charge a monthly fee. I love recurring monthly revenue. It's a great way to grow a business that is stable and has a lot of future long-term growth potential. And so you can get a customer once, and then they'll pay you over and over again every month to be accessing this community. Okay. Also, when your community starts to grow, you can get your own members to create the content in that group. It's quite easy to do, actually. Okay. And let's take a look at this little case study here. Okay? This is somebody who grew a community, and they're making $500,000 a year. Okay. So this one here is, again, Growth in Reverse, courtesy of Growth in Reverse for this case study. I'll link to it, by the way, down below. And this is all about how he built this up and created a community that has paid subscribers, and is now making a fortune doing it. Okay. And you can check out this full, I'll link to that down below. So remember, I'll give you the deck, all the links and everything you need. Just subscribe to our list and our newsletter, and we'll help you with that. So here you can see 1,500 members. They're paying $299 a year, $448,000 a year in recurring automatic revenue. Now I can tell you from personal experience, there's a particular community that I can think of that I've been a member of for I think 2 or 3 years now. I pay them $97 a month. I very rarely access it, actually. I don't use it. Probably maybe once every 2 to 3 months, I log in and get information out of there. But I have been willingly paying $97 every single month because that community is loaded with people that know their stuff. So when I have a question about maybe running Facebook ads, I can go into that community, I can ask the question, and I know I'm going to get an awesome answer. And many times it's not even the community owner who's going to answer the question. It's one of the other members. But it's such a great community that I'm willing to spend $97 every single month just to have access to it. And so that's what you're ultimately going for, is you create a community around your niche or around the problems that you help people solve. And then initially, you're going to have to put content in. And those can be articles, news. You can repurpose the news and articles from around the web and just reshare it with your audience. Maybe it could be your own insights. It could be a lot of different things, but you're going to share content that might be interesting, useful, problem solving. And then over time, as your community gets bigger, it'll start to run on its own, which is where that's the beautiful part. When the community members are helping each other, and they're just happy to be paying to be a part of the community. That's what you're ultimately going for. All right, let's move on. We're out of sequence. There we go. Let's move on to business model number 3. You hear me talking a lot about this digital product idea here, and that is paid newsletters. Okay. So right now I have a free newsletter. It's 100% totally free. But what if you could charge money for it? What if you had a newsletter that had content that was useful enough that people would pay you for it? And that's what our case study here did. So this is Akash, and he grew a newsletter into an $824,000 business in this case study. So again, all the deck, all the slides, everything that I have in here, I'll be giving you links to all of it. Just subscribe to our free newsletter and you don't have to pay a dime. But here, he generated all this money by charging people. It's $15 a month, okay? $150 a year if they do an annual plan, okay? He actually runs his newsletter on a platform called Substack. So there's a lot of platforms to run newsletter. There's Beehive, there's ConvertKit, there's Substack. There's a lot of choices for where you put your newsletter, but he charges $15 a month. And then he also allows people to upgrade for an annual plan. See, here's his subscriber page where people pay. And it's a pretty darn cool strategy. So showed his growth. So you can see he's been working on it for a while. So it's that consistent, steady approach to growing his newsletter and then exponential growth where it just took off. And I think this graph is a story of a lot of businesses. You know, a lot of businesses have this slow, steady growth. And what ends up happening is entrepreneurs quit. They quit over here, right? Not very much growth, probably not any profit, but he kept going. He kept doing it. And he did not quit. A lot of people would quit right there. Some would quit over here, where they would say, wow, I've been doing this now for a year, and I'm hardly making anything. I quit. And then, look, if you quit before this point right here, where boom, off it went, and it grew like crazy. And now he has a massively profitable business. So don't quit in any business model, but particularly here if you're doing this one. So we go back to there. So there, we'll do a little retake so editor can clean this up. 1 second, my voice is getting weird. I feel a cough coming on, so we'll give it a moment. Note for editor, we'll clean that up. Here we go. Now, one of the other beauties of a paid newsletter is once you get someone paying you, like a community, it's every month. They'll pay you over and over again, like they did with Akash, where he's making money every month predictably. The other beauty of this is an attractive thing to sell as a business. If you work for 12 to 24 months building up a large successful newsletter, you can turn around and flip it, and often cases get millions of dollars, where people will happily come in and buy it and give you millions of dollars to just buy the whole newsletter from you. Now, other thing you can do is leveraging some of the other strategies that you hear me talking about on my channel all the time, like some of the viral contests and tell a friend things, incentivization, some of the traffic strategies that you can use a lot of different strategies in combination with a newsletter. Okay. Yeah, we've, again, refer to the channel. There's training on the channel step by step on how to launch your newsletter and get it started. But that is business model number 3. Moving on, business model number 2. This is the weird one. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story time. So many years ago, I ran across an interesting idea, and that is getting data. And data could be all kinds of things. It could be a directory of vendors. It could be a database of leads. It could be a database of government programs that maybe would pay grant money. It could be a list of all the chiropractors in the country. There's a lot of forms of data and lists. And a lot of people are looking for them. And if you did a little bit of Google keyword research, you would see that there's a lot of people going to Google looking for databases and looking for, lists. And again, whether it's leads like for marketing, or it could be other kinds of data, And I had an idea for a type of data that I was interested in selling. And this is, I guess I'll give you a little bit of inside information. Okay. So I was very interested in the market of the whole government money thing, right? So the programs, all the different grant programs and different ways that people can make money on the internet, or from the government. And so I happened to be on eBay, and I found a database that was an updated database that somebody had taken the time to put together, and it had literally millions of records in it. And I bought it on eBay. Cost me a few $1,000s, so I did have to put up some money to do it. And then what I did is I just put up an order form, and I charged people to access the database. And that business went on to make millions and millions and millions of dollars. And all I did was sell access to the database that I bought on eBay for a couple grand. I spent a couple $1,000s getting access to the database. I had a technical guy create an order form for me. This is before the days of Shopify and even of WordPress. This is going back quite a long way in my history, right? So I paid someone to set up an order form for me. And then as soon as they ordered, they would get access to this database, and they could do searches, like a searchable database. And it took off, and I made millions and millions of dollars selling data. Another little known fact is I bought a business 2 years ago that does the same thing. It sells leads. It's like it'll sell leads to marketing companies, and it's just a massive database is really what it is. And so this can be really, really powerful. And I think a lot of people who are beginners assume that this is complicated, too technical, and that's why you find vendors and help from others. When I did this, again, this is going back a long time ago. There was no WordPress, there was no Shopify, there was no all these awesome tools you can use today to set up businesses. I had to find an outsourcer, somebody who knew something technical, and hire them and get them to do this for me. Okay. And so do the same thing. If you can find a type of data that's in demand. Now, here's the beauty of it. The data that I was selling, it's free. It doesn't cost anything, but people were willing to pay me for it. Why? Well, you can go to the government websites and you can navigate through all their, they have programs everywhere. There are programs at the state level. There are programs at the federal level. There's money available from the government everywhere, but you've got to spend a lot of time studying and learning and searching and trying to find it and filter it. And I shortcut all of that by just giving direct access to all of the data. Even though it was freely available data you could get on your own at no charge, they'd pay me for it because I organized it and I made it simple. That was basically what they paid me for. So let's go back to the slides and talk a little more about this model. So again, one of my most successful businesses, it was one of my early businesses, It was just a database. That was all it was. I just charged money for access to it. And the data, I got it on eBay. So today there's a lot of tools that you can use. If you look up what's called web scraping, you can find out all kinds of ways to pull data and extract data from the internet that you can resell. Also, there are lots of places that will just straight up sell you data like they did to me. Like, I just bought the data. I bought the full database and just charged access to it. Okay. Now, again, depending upon your niche, this is something that people are willingly paying money for and happy about it. Okay. There are so many different kinds of data. Like, as an example, I know someone who has a database of swipe files, meaning like all he does is copy all of the emails that he gets in his inbox. And he takes his best and most favorite marketing emails and his favorite sales letters and video sales letters. He compiles them together and makes them searchable and lets you have access to it. And he sells it. He sells, information that is freely available anywhere. Okay, that's what a swipe file is. It's when someone gives you like a list of successful and popular sales letters and emails that you can borrow and get inspiration from. Okay, sales data, research data. There are companies that charge tens of thousands of dollars to get access to just research reports and graphs and sales data. Market research data, scraping leads off of websites. Like, there's an endless amount of different kinds of data that you can package up and resell. Okay, well, let's move on. We'll go over, I think that's back. They go backwards to number 1. It's probably no surprise that my favorite model of all is online courses. And that is something that I'm a huge believer in, because it's something that it has an interesting value proposition. You can put an online course on your website, and you're sort of like the gatekeeper to that information. And your people will buy access to it. They'll get a login and password. They can log in and then go through a course and consume information that they get. They learn, they get enlightenment, they get value. And there's something about that process. It's quite magical in bonding them with you. And so I believe having an online course where you have a login and people have to log in to consume it is the #1 digital product idea by far. Okay. Now, you can have AI help you make this, and that's essentially what I did. I've launched my flagship product now, is a tool that builds online course businesses for you. So that's not the point of this video, but if you're interested in that, you can check it out. It's at pushbutton.ai/demo. It's where you can learn more about that. But it builds your whole business, your entire course business. It builds it for you, launches it, does all the hosting, all the tech stuff, all the marketing stuff, all the writing, videos, audios, emails. It does it all, publishes it, and hands you the keys. So check that out if you're interested. Again, pushbutton.ai/demo. That's where you can check it out. But the reason I made that was because I know how powerful this model is. But it can be complicated to set up, because you need what's called a learning management system. Some of them cost money. There's several learning management systems. You got to pay a good amount of money to have them. Then you have to learn how to install them, set them up, configure them, and be able to charge for your course. So what I wanted to do was make that process easy. And then the next barrier is, what do you put in a course? And AI can help you with that. Whether you use PushButton AI, use my tools, or you can go straight to ChatGPT. And in fact, I have training on this channel that will show you how to make your entire course using ChatGPT. It takes a little bit of time to do, but it's fun, and it can come out with a pretty good course. So again, check the channel after this video is over. It'll be step-by-step and show you how you can make a course with AI. But I'm a big believer in this, and I think that this is by far the best kind of digital product that you can make. And let's take a look here. There is a case study here. Here's somebody, this is Matt McGarry, launched a course and made $105,000 in 4 days. That's pretty impressive. So let's take a look at that case study. It's over on Twitter. So Matt put it up on his Twitter, so you can check that out. Again, we'll put links to that. Download our free newsletter, and we'll give you this at no charge. Give you the links to all the resources, all the case studies, of course, and the slide deck that I used today. So you can see here, I publicly launched my first course. It's the newsletter growth system. And he made $105,000 in revenue. And he goes through step-by-step his offer, how he sold it, how he did the launch. Pretty good information covered in this Twitter thread. The other thing that I love about online courses is it goes together with almost any kind of business model. So if you have a physical business out in the real world, you can have a digital online course that your customers, whether you give it to them for free as an extra bonus or you charge for it, could be a whole different profit center that you can sell to your customers. Maybe you have an online business. A course is a perfect way to act as a lead magnet to attract customers who will sign up to join your course, whether you're charging them for it or giving it away for free. I truly do believe that every business should have its own course that it offers, either for free or for payment, attached to their business as a marketing and profitability strategy. Okay. And yeah, so it's pretty dang useful. Now, we have training on this channel that cover how you do these things. So these were the 5 best, most profitable, most awesome digital product ideas. And you'll see again on the channel here, down below, you'll see a subscribe button. Tap that subscribe button because we'll release more content every week teaching you how to build, grow, and make profit from these things. And if you're a subscriber, you'll get a notification. You can become part of our community that we are building of entrepreneurs, all helping one another build and grow and launch their businesses. And if you got some value out of today's training, do me a favor, tap that like button. It tells YouTube that this content is worth sharing with others. And I'd really appreciate it. So that would be awesome. Yeah, just so tap the like, tap the subscribe. And on that note, we shall see you next time. Bye for now. All right, audience, I'm still here with you. And we're going to move this window over here. Fantastic. So what we shall do next is we're going to do a very quick commercial break. I'm going to come right back with your questions, your comments, and this could be on the topic we just covered or anything at all, anything I can do to help you today. Ask it now in the chat, and then we're going to be wrapping up here and heading out in just a couple of minutes. So let me go over here, back to there, and over here. And so quick commercial break. I'll see you back here in just about a minute. Those of you who are not yet a PushButton AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with PushButton AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top. Everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, PushButton AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video. And the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our PushButton AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business. And we're kind of back. So again, YouTube ad break happens, and some of you see ads, some of you don't. And so some people may need a moment before they come back. And producer Nick, are you out here? I think you might need to add yourself back in, but there you are.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So did we have any questions from the audience?
Yes, we had a good question roll in. I'm sure your feedback would be appreciated here. They say, how to start from scratch with no budget or a really low budget. The budget of a broke single dad of 7.
Wow, single dad of 7. That sounds like quite a challenge. So, boy, if you can make that work, then you can start an online business for sure. But yeah, kidding aside, you can do this. So the thing is, it's going to be more about time. So with raising 7 children, it'll be how much time can you set aside to focus on the business? Because the less of a budget that you have, the more time commitment it's going to take. And so, which means that if you can't spend a lot of time on a consistent basis, it will take longer to get your business, off the ground and profitable. And what I find generally, that's kind of how it is with all of the different strategies for once your business is up and running, how you get traffic and people to come to your site and then be able to get money. The strategies that cost money and that if you have a budget for are faster. The strategies that are free, they generally just take more work, more effort, and more time. Some people are really excited about ranking for free on Google, as an example. But that's a process that can take quite a long time before that kicks in and Google starts giving you rankings. Or you're trying to build a following, like I'm building my following here on YouTube. It took a very persistent effort. Like we've been grinding here, building this channel now for going on, I think, almost a year. Is it a year now?
Under.
Okay, so I think then my target was by a year I wanted to have 10,000 subscribers, which still is not that many in the grand scheme of things. So that's really the thing to realize is that it's a trade-off. If there's not enough budget, you'll need time. If you don't have a lot of time, it's just going to take longer. So nothing is impossible. You can do it. It's just that's the reality that you'll be facing when you get started. All right. What else we got?
That's it. That's the only question that came in during that segment. But I also
that was easy.
I had a little bit of contribution to that. If you're on a budget and you want results faster, I would just straight up use cold email or cold DM as a channel versus trying to build an audience. Because if you're trying to build an audience on a budget, that might, especially if you're low on time, that might take too much time until you hit your first customer. So I would recommend we have training on the channel for this, but I would recommend using cold email as a channel to get started.
And two, depending on the niche, right? Because if he's in a very consumer-oriented niche, that probably won't work. Not email anyway, but cold direct messaging where you can message people that you can see are interested in your topic. That can work for consumer markets. Cold email where you're emailing people, that works really well for business. Like if you're selling services or products to businesses. Yeah.
I have seen, because I look at a lot of these case studies, I've seen case studies where people are selling these lower ticket digital products, more consumer digital products over like Twitter DM. So that could also be an approach.
Yeah, there you go. But there's a variety of different strategies. But even I would say that would be the fastest of, we'll put air quotes around organic strategies for growing. Is if you want to put the time in to do private, you're just going to privately direct message saying, hey, I noticed you're in this group about, dog training. And I'm curious if you still need help training, your golden retriever. And if they respond back, yes, then you go, oh, great, I have this course, check it out, and you could drop your link to them. That is a viable strategy. It can't be done in high volume. If you do it, if you're like doing hundreds or thousands of these a day, you're going to pop, you're going to get knocked off of, they're going to ban you pretty quickly. But at a lower volume, that is a way to try to like quickly get your first batch of customers.
Yeah. Oh, and another question rolled in. And they say, is there any way in PushButton that we could reach out to customers by text message?
Not currently, but stay tuned. We have some announcements we're going to be making about that.
And I guess you just answered his question because he said, can we have it in the future? So, yeah, I guess take that as an answer to that question.
I will consult the Magic 8 Ball and we'll find out.
Yeah, all right, we're caught up.
All right, fantastic. Well, I want to remind everybody, I'm going to be live in just about an hour with a special guest. So it's a private webinar. Many of you may have registered for it, but it's by registration only. So I'm inviting you now. You can come and register, join us, be part of that broadcast. It's a very interesting business idea I've never heard before. It surprised me, actually. And he's teaching lots of people how to do this and make money. And it does not require buying ads. It doesn't require even setting up a website. It's quite cool. So I don't want to give away all the details, but you're welcome to come. You're invited. It's a private presentation. Producer Nick, if you could pop that link out one final time. That's where you guys can register for and then attend this private presentation. It's a webinar. My guest is somebody who I've known for a long, long time, traveled the world with him, actually. We went on a quest in Mexico, of all places. I think it was Cozumel. So anyway, he's going to be joining us and sharing this information with you. And that's in about an hour from now. It's a live presentation by registration only. And then
one more thing.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're not forgetting. There's a video that came out this past Saturday. It's all about how to use ChatGPT to make money. That was the last video we pushed out. So I'm gonna drop that in the chat when we're all done here. Go and check that out. That's your step 2. It's the next step between now and the webinar.
Yeah. So go ahead and you can drop that link in there as well. So that would be if you want to learn some advanced strategies how to use ChatGPT. That's a pretty cool video, actually, I gotta say. So I know I'm the person in it, but the content in the video is cool, I should say. So very useful video there. You can check that out. And then a reminder that we're going to be doing a big celebration, and the celebration is going to be of you. Okay? So not a celebration of me, it's a celebration of you, because we're going to hit 10,000 subscribers soon. Okay, so I know we just passed 7,000. My big goal is 10,000, and so we're about to kick off the drive, the quest to hit 10,000, and it's going to be a big celebration about you. Everyone who is a subscriber to the channel is going to be eligible to win all kinds of cool stuff. So if you're not already a subscriber, how about some bribes? We're going to be giving away things like iPads, digital watches, marketing campaigns where I will drive traffic to your website for you, turnkey businesses where if you don't have a business yet, we'll build it for you and then hand it to you. So there'll be at least $10,000 in subscribers, $10,000 in prizes in honor of the 10,000 subscribers. And So if you want to be part of that, make sure you are a subscriber to this channel. You'll see that big red button below. And if you're on my email list, you're part of our newsletter list, you're going to be hearing a lot more about this because I'm recruiting. I'm going to be recruiting you and your help to help us cross that 10,000 subscriber threshold. And the more you help me, the more chances you have to win cool stuff. So I'll be talking a little bit more about that on future shows and through email. So we'll be sending out a few emails about that as well. And I am curious what kinds of prizes you want. So if you would be so kind as to drop in the chat panel, for those of you who are with me live, if you're here later, drop it in the comments below. What kind of stuff would you like to win? You know, what can I reward you with? If you help me, let's say that, for example, let's say you help spread the word on Facebook about this channel over here. You drop the link to it and say, hey, I know this guy, Bill. He teaches some awesome stuff. Go check it out, right? You put a link out there, and you helped me grow my channel. What could I reward you with? What kind of cool prizes would you like? What kind of help would you like from me? And it could be anything from, the green stuff, give you some cold hard cash, to gadgets, to help from me and my entire team. Let me know. What would you be interested in getting for that? And I'm going to be going through your comments, and we're going to be deciding this week on the big prize pool before we announce it next week. And then on that, Producer Nick, did we have any other questions or any other help that anybody in the audience, do you need anything when it comes to growing your business, getting your business launched, a traffic strategy, whatever that might be, you can ask it now. I'm pretty darn good at copywriting. If you're struggling having to put your offer together and you're not sure what to say, maybe you have a page you want me to pull up on the screen and critique, I can do that live. We'll do one final call for your questions, and then we're going to be wrapping up today. And you see anything in there, Producer Nick?
No, I'm not.
Okay, then I know we have a little 10-second delay, so I probably should give it just a moment, make sure that we've handled and helped everyone. And then with that, we're going to wrap things up. So final reminder, subscribe to this channel. You'll see the red button below, and we'll see you on the next live session. And like I said, we're going to be releasing more and more content. So if there's something specific that you would like some how-to training on, let's say you're interested in using Pinterest for traffic, for example. You can request, hey, I want a step-by-step guide on how do I actually use Pinterest. We'll make it for you. So we're going to be doing that. I can't promise that every single request will be done, but it's based on our community, our subscribers, and what you need and want. So the more you share with me about what you want to learn and what we can help you with, the more awesome content we will continue to put out to help you as much as we possibly can. And anything in there?
Patricia wants to know if we have the PDF for the decks we went over. And yeah, I'll be giving that out to all subscribers. So I dropped a link in the chat. Go subscribe to our newsletter. Subscribers of the newsletter, not the YouTube channel. Subscribe to our newsletter, and you'll be getting that. I'll be sending that out over the next.
Awesome. Yeah, that's our Ingeniosity newsletter. So we publish that. We send out a newsletter episode every week. It's full of content all about how to build and grow your business. Anyone, if you're a subscriber to that, it's free, no charge. We'll be sending you all the stuff that Nick just explained. Okay. All righty then. That wraps us up. Producer Nick, thank you for your help today. Final thing, I got one last thing to do. Can you guess what it is?
I think I have an idea.
Let's see here. Okay. Final dad joke of the day. I need to rate it. You guys got to rate it. Tell me from 1 to 10. Okay. I don't know what kind of a rating this is going to get, but this is not my joke. I didn't write this. This is from ChatGPT. Okay. So that being said, here we go. You ready?
Yes.
Why do bees have sticky hair?
Why?
Because they use honeycombs.
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one, like a 7.6.
Oh wow, that's high praise for you. You're usually pretty critical.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that.
Audience, what do you say on the dad 1 to 10 scale? What does that one rate? All right, with that, I will wrap it up. Thank you, producer Nick. Thank you for spending time with us this afternoon out there, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had PushButton AI do all the work, didn't you?
that's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using PushButton AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This PushButton AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
Do you know you can now launch your own online business with the click of a mouse? Sounds crazy, right? Guess what? It's now possible thanks to our game-changing AI software that's helping beginners build a successful online business. If you have tried and failed at building an online business or you've got no idea where to start, there is good news for you. We are entering a new exciting era of AI, and I'm here to teach you how to use it to build and grow an online business. Because I'm handing you a blueprint, a business in a box powered by AI, and it's called PushButton AI. Imagine a tool so smart it does all the heavy lifting for you. Builds an info product business, sets up hosting, launches the website, and even crafts engaging email sequences. Here's the thing. This isn't like anything else out there, and this is based on what's working right now. PushButton AI is based on my experience of generating over $100 million over the last 20 years and helping over 81,942 customers build and grow their own online businesses. If you'd like to find out more about this, register now and dive into my free live demo to uncover strategies and traffic tricks that will pivot your business and skyrocket your online business from surviving to thriving. Imagine what your life would look like today if you bought Bitcoin when it was $1. You now have the same opportunity with PushButton AI since nobody else is doing this. Don't miss out this time.
Those of you who are not yet a PushButton AI customer, then you need to check this out. And all you need to do is go to pushbutton.ai/demo, pushbutton.ai/demo, and you can get a live one-on-one appointment to get on Zoom and see this powerful technology in action. And with PushButton AI, it will build an entire business from bottom to top everything you need, from your domain name to your logo to videos to audio lessons, an entire course that you can sell as your own, a 30-day email sequence that it writes. You can send a daily email for 30 days, all written by AI, and a whole lot more. It writes your sales page. If you're not sure how to write an expert sales page to convince people to buy stuff, it writes it for you. It writes a free report that you can give away to get subscribers to your list. It even creates and writes the opt-in subscription page to get people to subscribe to get the free report. And it goes on and on and on. It even writes your first 10 blog posts for you, and it can do so much more. Social media posts, ads, all of these things are done, and all you have to do is answer a couple of questions and push a button. Now, PushButton AI is not available to the public at the time of recording this video, and the only way to get in is by invite to our behind-the-scenes beta access. And during your live demo, we'll show you the technology. We'll actually work with you to actually map out an entire course that you could sell as your own. We'll outline the course with you together on the one-on-one Zoom call. And then if you so decide, if you're a good fit, you can come in, join our PushButton AI beta program, and be in business with that very course by the next day. Go to pushbutton.ai/demo to figure out if this powerful technology is right for you. You can register there. You'll book an appointment in the calendar. Be sure you show up. Our team will be very excited to meet you and show you how the tech works, outline your new course for you, and hopefully it's a fit and we can work together to launch your next business.
For the presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had PushButton AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using PushButton AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning. You wouldn't believe.
This PushButton AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.